Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to dive into a really powerful framework for anyone who feels like they're constantly chasing time and never quite catching it. It's a four-step system inspired by the book Make Time, but we're going to blend it with some timeless Japanese wisdom.
So let's kick things off by putting a name to a feeling that I'm pretty sure we all know way too well. This constant, just exhausting race that is modern life.
Have you ever had one of those days? I mean, you know the ones I'm talking about, right? You are rushing from task to task, you're answering messages, putting out fires all day long, but when you finally get to the end of it, you just kind of look back and wonder, where did all that time actually go? You were definitely busy, but were you productive? And it's this familiar cycle, isn't it? You wake up, you've got this long list of things you absolutely have to get done, and then by the time your head hits the pillow that night, half of that list is just sitting there waiting for you tomorrow. It just feels like you can never, ever catch up. And this one, oh man, this is a big one. You start the week with these great goals, but by Wednesday, they're completely buried under this mountain of urgent emails and totally unexpected demands from other people. It really feels like your time is constantly being claimed by everyone else, leaving absolutely none for what actually matters to you. So what do? We try to muscle through it, right? We wake up earlier, we drink way more coffee, we force ourselves to work even when we're exhausted, because we believe that if we just push harder, we'll finally get ahead. But it never works. The harder you push, the more drained you get, and the whole cycle just gets worse. And this quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head. This is not a personal failure. Every app, every notification, every piece of content we consume, it's all built to take a little piece of your time and never, ever give it back. So you're not failing at time management. You're fighting a battle that willpower alone was just never designed to win. All right, so if that whole hustle harder thing is a dead end, then what's the alternative? Let's explore a totally different philosophy, one that's about protecting what's important instead of trying to manage every single minute. And you can really see the difference in mindset right here. On one side, you've got the typical Western approach: manage every minute, fill every hour, force productivity. But on the other side, there's this more Japanese-inspired view: protect what matters, guard your energy, and just let the rest fall away. This idea is captured beautifully in a Japanese concept that's all about enduring with patience and dignity. We often think enduring means we have to push until we break, but this is about enduring wisely. It recognizes that our willpower is a limited resource. The point isn't to get more willpower, it's to find a better way of using the little bit you already have. Okay, so enough with the philosophy, let's get practical. Let's break down the actual framework that brings all this to life. It's a simple, repeatable cycle you can do every day with just 4 steps. And here they are: super simple: highlight, laser, energize, and reflect. We're going to walk through each one, but the real beauty is in how they all work together, day after day, to create real, lasting change. So that first step, highlight, is all about choosing your focus for the day. In Japan, a lot of workplaces start the day with a kind of morning ceremony. It's just a moment to pause, gather your thoughts, and decide, okay, what is today really going to be about? It gives the whole day a center of gravity. And that's it. That is the core of the highlight step. Before the world starts making demands on your time, you choose one single thing that matters most to you today. Not 10 things, not 5 things, just one. So how do you actually find that one thing? Well, you just ask yourself this one very simple question: what would make today feel complete? Maybe it's finishing a project, or maybe it's just spending one uninterrupted hour with your family. The idea is, if everything else went wrong today, but you did that one thing, the day was still a good day. Okay, so once you have your highlight, you have to actually protect it. And that brings us to step 2, laser. You can think of this through a concept from samurai culture, a state of no mind, where all the distractions just fall away, leaving only the task right in front of you. It's about creating an environment for pure focus. And look, you don't need to be a Zen master to do this. It's actually super simple. You just make it a little harder to get distracted. Put your phone in another room, log out of social media for a bit, close all those extra computer tabs. You're not locking yourself in a prison. You're just clearing the battlefield so your mind can actually do its job. All right, step 3 is energize. And this is so fundamental. There's a Japanese word that refers to your natural health and spirit. It's not something you create out of thin air with caffeine. It's the core energy you already have that just needs to be protected and fed.
And let's be real, none of these productivity tricks in the world will work if you're running on fumes. The foundations are simple and they're totally non-negotiable. Get enough sleep, even when our culture calls that lazy. Move your body and eat real food that actually gives you strength. This is the stuff that makes everything else possible. And finally, we get to step 4, reflect. At the end of each day, you take just a moment for what's known in Japanese martial arts as silent reflection. You're just looking back on the day, not to judge yourself, but to learn. And this is absolutely key. This is not about grading yourself. It's not about asking, did I get an A+ today? No, it's just about noticing the patterns. Did your energy totally crash after lunch? Did a phone call pull you away from your highlight? It's just information. And over time, you start to become a student of your own life. So when you start putting these 4 steps together, day after day, this little cycle, something really profound begins to shift. You start moving from a life of constant reaction to a life of intentional choice. And this chart just lays it all out, doesn't it? Which side of this table are you living on? Are you on the left, driven by notifications and pulled around by other people's demands? Or are you moving to the right, driven by your highlight and guided by your own energy? Every day you choose your highlight, you take back a small piece of your life. And those small pieces, they really add up. You know, this whole system is designed to be gentle, not punishing. In Japanese, there's an idea of a natural flow of energy. It's a movement that flows gently, like water, instead of being forced like a battering ram. If you miss a day, that's okay. You just start again the next morning. Change shouldn't feel like a bore. It should feel like water finding its path. So look, you don't have to overhaul your entire life tonight. Just try one thing. Tomorrow morning, before the world starts asking things of you, just ask yourself that one question. What would make today feel complete? That single choice really can change everything.